Hey, how you doing, Joni? Oh, hang on. Now try.
Am I mute? You muted me.
I did.
I was like, and then I disappeared, and then you were muted, and I'm like, you're muted. That's hilarious. This is
Hey, it's all
stupid.
good.
I'm no light,
We're
no
here.
lights, no microphone.
Sister
I'm sorry. In
Renee.
the midst.
Thank you
Hi,
so much.
Renee. Shared it out.
Welcome to the Otter
share.
Den. Today is a very special day for me.
What's the day?
It's Ostara. It's the first day of spring. It's the spring equinox. That means winter's gone. Spring's coming. Heat, summer, sun.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, God, I am too. Hello, Peggy.
I'm going to share us onto the Rift. Try to share us onto Rift.
Okay.
So it is officially spring today. Today is officially spring, right?
Yes, it is. It is the first. Thank you, Ed. Welcome, brother. It is the first day of spring. It is Ostara. It's a spring equinox, and it's a good day.
Good.
Days are going to get longer. We're going to have more sunlight, which is going to help our mood.
Thank God. What about colds?
It's going to help us physically. It's going to help us mentally, spiritually, and Ricola. Nasal spray and Ricola.
I need it. I need spring. And yeah. I have to say I'm sorry because I am kind of moving. So there's no microphone, no lights, and there's like nothing around me. I'm like in a almost sort of empty room.
You're coming through great.
Good.
You look fine. You're sounding good.
Super. It's the Ricola. Ricola. What's it called? Ricola?
Ricola. They've got a commercial where there's like in the Netherlands or somewhere, and or Germany, and there's a guy in like knickers and suspenders, and he's blowing through this long horn. Ricola. It's weird.
Well, I hope his Ricola works.
It's supposed to be a pretty good cough drop, actually.
It's actually pretty good. What is it? Oh, made with Swiss alpine herbs.
Switzerland, that's what it is, yeah.
Original herb.
Herbs.
Herbs.
Herbs are good. Just saying. Herbs can be very good. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord. Well, it is the first day of spring, but we are welcoming in Aries season to coming.
Yes. Not only is it the first day of spring, it is the beginning of the new astrological year, correct?
Happy New Year, yes.
Happy New Year. Happy freaking New Year.
Yes. That's right.
Bring on
astrology, it's not January, it's now this week.
Yeah.
It's our Happy New Year because it's Aries. Aries is the beginning. It's the number one first sign.
Yes.
What does Aries? What does Aries give the Aries rising people? We get everybody. What happens to the energy? We get active. We get moving. It's time to begin projects. It's the beginning.
Yeah. Start stuff.
Start
you heard the old adage, spring cleaning. Okay. You've heard it since you were a kid. Spring cleaning. That's when you break everything out. You move the furniture. You clean the house.
Yes.
It's the perfect time to do it. You're starting anew. You're starting the new astrological year. We have a new moon tomorrow. So cleaning is good for a new moon. So physically clean your home, smudge your home, energetically cleanse your home and yourself, and see the difference in how well you feel. I've got kind of a difficulty cleaning my house because of the condition of my house. I can dust in 15 minutes later, it's dusty again. So I've just been letting it kind of pile up a little bit. But I can go through. I've been doing a little decluttering, getting rid of some things I don't need anymore, and just organizing if I can. And it's helping the attitude. I'm not looking at a pile of stuff over here going, I need to take care of that, but I'm not ready yet. And look over there. Look over there. Yeah.
Pitch it. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like you said to me, what did you say to me about shoes?
Yeah. Yeah. If you've got 100 pairs of shoes and you wear 4 pairs, why do you have 100 pairs of shoes?
I have 4 now.
Is it a status symbol for your friends? What is it?
I don't know.
No, I can understand. Like I got 2 pairs of hiking boots. I need a couple more pair because I have to rotate my shoes out. Long story, but so I'm going to get a couple.
Okay, but you use them all.
Absolutely.
Right. I wasn't using them. And I'm finding stuff under my bed, and I'm like, what? What is this?
Where did it come from?
I don't know. It's awful. We have filled up a dumpster.
You want to talk about filling dumpsters?
Oh, God.
20-yard roll-offs. When I took everything out of here.
This is a 16.
Mm-hmm. When I took everything out of here after the fire, I found things. I'm like, God, I thought I got rid of that years ago. And it was just sitting down there in a tote in the basement.
You know what, though? Launching stuff and throwing it in a dumpster is a power thing.
It is. Right there, Donna. There you go. You're doing the thing.
Donna, I'm telling you, I can't. That's all I have left is a bed. Well, I've got dressers and stuff, but they're going out Saturday. But just throwing stuff from the second floor. We opened the window, and I could hit the dumpster from the second floor. And I was just, the neighbors were like, what are you doing? I go, just power. It's power.
Yeah, I would open up the windows. I literally knocked the screens out, knocked them out because they were toast anyway.
Yeah.
Literally toast. And from the heat. And I just started pitching. I dumped plaster at the window.
Yeah.
And made a big mountain. So I didn't have to carry it up and down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
A 5-gallon bucket of broken up plaster is about 65, 75 pounds. 2 of those going up and down. I mean, it was exhausting. So I just started pitching it out the window and made a big mountain downstairs. Pitching the lath out and the woodwork. And I just heave it, and they're like, is he really doing that?
Yeah, we did it. We did it. We were laughing. I was talking to my neighbor, and I said, hey, if you want to do this, just throw stuff in the dumpster. It feels good. Yeah.
It feels good to declutter.
Oh, my God. I
thought I needed to keep everything, and I don't.
No, don't.
I found receipts from high school. I found love letters from old girlfriends from high school.
Listen,
I burned them.
Dude, I got you beat. I have a Scrabble game from the 40s that I found. I have a 1960 Ouija board that I found. I have little tins of herbs from the 50s.
See, herbs.
Little metal. Stop. I have so many Zane Grey books. You just, I mean, it's like, are you kidding me? So, but it feels good.
Yeah,
it is a good thing to do.
It's weird here because I got rid of so much, but now I don't have the shelves in my closets and the clothes hanger bars in my closets, and I don't have cupboards and whatnot like I used to have. So with what little I've replaced that I need to get by, cooking utensils, stuff like that, toiletries, I ain't got no place to put anything. So it looks cluttered, even though technically it's not. There's less stuff here. I just don't have the places to store it like I need. But I will get there. I'll get there.
You're doing good. This week, the new moon. I actually, now that you're talking about the new moon, this is if you're not going to, almost be. Oh, I know. I'll in 2 weeks. What did I do with it's boxed? They're boxed up. I have to, when I get the tins unboxed, you'll have to see them. They're really cute. They're from Kroger. They're the
Those are
little
antique.
they are antiques.
You can probably make some money off of those.
Yeah, I've got a whole box of old stuff that when I move, I'm going to put it on Etsy and see, So we'll see.
Hang on.
We'll see. The Ouija boards probably worth something too. That's like from the 60s.
Yeah, I've got one when we moved my mom.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on her to find hers for a long time because I need to bind it and bury it. And she kept saying she doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. Well, then she did have it, but she couldn't find it. When we moved her, we found it. I've got it. It is getting bound and buried because me and my sisters played with that thing when we
we did. We all played with them.
And it was right when all the paranormal activity started. So I'm pushing anything that came out of that thing back into that thing. It's getting binded and buried. Now, the one thing I did keep that survived.
Butch hair wax? How old is that?
That's my dad's. It's got some age on it, but this is what my dad used because he had a flat top.
Oh, how
and
funny.
He used butch wax. And when he passed and we went through his stuff, it was buried. He'd had it forever, and I kept it.
Oh, that's hilarious. I've got stuff too, but I did not keep a lot. I mean, like my mom's
oregano
charm bracelet, my grandma's charm bracelets. I found those.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. The butch wax. That is so funny. Last night, like we talked about, Jenny, I will message you the. Nice. They did show that is wonderful, Gail. Nice. How cool is that?
Nice.
She needs to talk to Susan Raven because they probably know each other, so they know they both have the whole Viking ancestor vibe going on. It's really cool. So we had that really with St. Patrick's Day. I did with the Irish. Ancestors. Yeah.
I've got some Irish in me, in my ancestry. And so I messaged Shannon and asked if she wanted a little Irish in her.
Here you go again. What did she say? Did she say shut up?
She ignored it.
Did she just not even answer the text?
What's that?
Did she just not answer you?
No, but she was busy, so.
Yeah, she's just used to it. She's just like, oh my God. Here comes the Scorpio.
I had to. It was funny.
It is funny. How much Irish do you have? Like a quarter?
I'm not positive, honestly.
You probably don't have any. You just made it up just so you can say something dirty.
No. Actually, I did the ancestry. I did the DNA test.
Did you?
Government's already got my DNA anyway. Because I know somebody out there watching goes, oh my God, that's how they're getting your DNA. Guess what? They got it already when I got arrested decades ago. So is what it is.
Spy on me. I don't care. What are you going to spy on me? Turn off TikTok. Turn off TikTok. They're spying on you. Well, I'd rather have them spy on me than you.
Slime.
Say something dirty.
Mud.
What?
Sewer scum.
Oh, stop it.
Gutter dirt.
Uranus.
Gutter dirt.
What? See? It's
how he said say something dirty.
Yeah. But new moon. New moon is tomorrow.
Yes.
Aries. Welcome. This is the most important new moon of the year. This is the moon that you want to write down. This is what my project is. This is what I want to aim for. Get that intention out there because this is the starting one. Aries is the starter.
What do you want to bring into your life? And with the Aries energy, you may feel empowered to start new projects. Mm-hmm. So really sit down and honestly think about what you want to bring into your life. That you've been using the full moon to release things that you don't want in your life anymore, to make room for these new things to come in. So now you have room. Let's fill it up with some good things.
Right.
Good things. Do you want to write a book? Write it. If you get it published, yay. If you don't, you still wrote your damn book. Be proud of yourself.
Put it out there that you want it published
Mm-hmm.
during a new moon, especially like a new moon in Gemini. When you do things like that, and look at new moon Gemini, Gemini's for writers. It's the communication. Yeah, like Santa Claus with cookies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like cookies.
Oh, it's Girl Scout cookie time too.
Yes. I like the peanut butter one.
I like the lemon ones. Everybody likes the thin mints.
Oh,
What? You don't?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Just don't like them. I don't care for the taste.
I thought they were everybody's favorite.
Nope.
You probably like chocolate on chocolate, dark chocolate.
I do like chocolate, and I like peanut butter. I like chocolate and peanut butter.
Oh, this week. Guess what else this week is? Okay, remember 2 weeks ago I said we have to get through March. We have to get through March, right? Guess what else happens this week? Pluto changes. Pluto goes into Aquarius.
Yes. It's the age of Aquarius.
Pluto says, bye, Capricorn. I'll see you again in 250 years.
See ya.
But we have Aquarius in there. We're in Aquarius for 3 months. So pay very close attention to the energy. Then it retros back into Capricorn to fix and tear down the rest. What's very interesting.
So it's going to be looking at a lot of systems out there, and some very interesting things are already happening with those systems.
Yeah.
And they're getting torn down in order to be repaired. And if we don't repair them,
yeah,
Pluto's going to teach you that it does.
Oh, everybody's like, oh my God, this is going to, it crashed in 2008. It crashed when Capricorn, or when Pluto went into Capricorn, and it's going to go. My guess is, this is just a guess, is when it goes back in like June and things aren't fixed.
Repaired.
Repaired. That's when the banking will crash. But there's if you all remember, there's a dual system coming up, because we had that in Gemini. So I don't know there's 2 financial systems going on right now.
Yeah, you got the crypto and you got the old fiat.
Well, digital fiat. Fiat is, say goodbye to fiat, because Aquarius is digital.
If that one person, that one person, the big guy,
this one that's hidden,
if he gets back into that one office that he was in a couple years ago,
let me tell you something.
I bet that we have a better monetary system, because I bet it will be backed by some very shiny metal.
That shiny metal went up to $2,000 an ounce today.
Imagine
that. By the way, that has gone up $500 since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But we talked about that person, and we have to be very careful because of the payoff to the the hooker. I guess you can't say hook.
We're past the 3 minutes, so we can say hooker. If we want to say hooker, we can say hooker.
Okay, so that's what the arrest, I guess.
The
hooker money.
When it gets stormy outside, and so you get lonely and you drink your Jack Daniels, that person.
That's what you get arrested for. That's pathetic.
It's already been taken care of. It's already been investigated and done. And the only reason why it's being brought up again is because Mr. T, I bet he's a fool. Anyway, Mr. T is talking about running for that office again.
Well, let me tell you, I looked at, you want to hear something funny? In November of 2024, we're going to move a little bit ahead because you really seriously cannot make this up.
It's in his chart.
Hands down, no question. And I'm usually pretty never that positive. I'll be like, oh, be the wishy-washy Libra. I would put $100 on this. There is absolutely no question, but hands down, he's walking back in.
Absolutely.
The
hair's standing up on my arm right now. I got goosebumps.
The weird thing about it is I don't really care. I just want them to be honest. I don't care what they are. Just be honest. Let us have fun. That's all. We don't want to pay $10 for eggs.
No, we don't. We want a fair price.
Yeah.
And allow that farmer to make a buck.
Well, I'm going to get a couple chickens if this keeps up.
I've thought about it. When I was on city council, I helped pass the ordinance to where we can. They repealed it a long time ago, and enough people came to us. We made the argument, let's reinstate it. We're going to have some rules, though, just like with the dogs and the cats and everything else. You're responsible.
Chickens.
Have your damn chickens. We don't care. Have some ducks. I don't care. Have a goose. Just keep your goose penned in because they can get mean.
Okay, so do you want to hear something weird about? So remember, we're talking about Pluto, correct? Pluto, Capricorn, going back and forth from Aquarius, back and forth.
Yeah.
It hits. Okay. On November, whatever night it is, 2024, November, that night.
Yeah. 8th.
Guess where Pluto is on him? It's back. It's just shifting back because Pluto moves so slow into Capricorn in his 6th house, which is back to your day-to-day routine, your job at 29.
11.
He is, I'm telling you, this is so bizarre. His transits. I was in shock.
America's going to be good again.
Shock. It's shock because Uranus is right on top of what is the midheaven. Midheaven is what the public sees. What everybody in the public sees, and it's a shock.
So people are going to get shocked because Uranus is on top.
He's on top of everything on that day. Mars enters into Leo, which is right on his ascendant that day. Mars is right on his ascendant. It's the Jupiter is right there. I mean, everything that you would want favorable in a transit chart is there for him. I've never seen it. I was just like, are you kidding me? Jupiter is conjuncting his north node of fate with the sun. It cannot be any more favorable than this. So I got to thinking, whatever this thing is with the hooker, whatever, is just going to push him forward. Don't do it during this Pluto stuff. You know what else I heard? What was very, very weird? And I was listening to a YouTube thing. Remember when Pluto got booted out? When Universal Life comes to the world and he is in the office. In the next 2 years, when Universal Life comes to the world and he is, I think so. This is, and the reason I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is because on election night of 2024, the destiny and how the transits are lining up to be so favorable is remarkable. I mean, it's really, and I'll write them out and read them like we did it, I think one other time, and it's just remarkable.
The universe is getting his ducks in a row.
Well, we know things are going to crash because Pluto is saying we need the financial system fixed and we need it fixed now. So we know that's coming.
Be easy on the toilet paper, people. Just be easy on the toilet paper.
We had it here, so I can share. Now, another thing with the new moon, what's interesting, and it's not getting much media coverage, is the new moon is new beginnings. And there are peace talks right now going on between, can we say China? Are we allowed to say that?
China. That one?
Yeah. And the other guy that nobody likes.
PU in a 10. There's something stinky, a little 10. There's something stinky in the 10. PU in the 10.
PU in the 10.
Yes.
Well, okay, new moon, peace talks. So
that's interesting, isn't it?
I think it's very interesting that happens at a new moon.
You mean missile?
Well, yeah, Aquarius. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he must be talking rockets.
Oh, by well, sure. Sure.
Oh, again, the hair standing up in the arms right now. We do have a Space Force. Since Mr. T got out of office, not much has been said about the Space Force, but we have a Space Force. We have an Air Force, we have the Marines, we have the Navy, and we have a Space Force.
Yeah.
So who thinks that maybe we might eventually, once he gets back into office, we might get some information on things that people call ETs?
Well, you think?
I'm hoping.
I don't really want to meet them. I think I would freak out. I think they would scare me.
I have.
But of course. Well, here's the thing. Look at Aquarius. I mean, Pluto's going into Aquarius. So, of course, that's space. That's the future. That's technology. That's that AI crap. All that AI crap is going to explode. So you might think it's me, but it'll be AI on here, like in a month, couple months.
And that's already being used. Not with the FB platform and the TikTok platform. A lot of the quote followers I get are bots. They're bots. They are not real people. They are bots. And the founder of Facebook even admitted that, hey, we're going to use this as a social experiment to see if people can tell if this is a bot, and if they do, what their interpretation and how they react. They want to learn that. They're studying it. So why do they want to study that? We got some robots coming out that they're going to start to integrate into society. What do we got going? I don't know.
I think it's weird. And you know what? I think it's very weird. And you can even get online and talk to the AI people and talk to them now. Like, get apps and you can have an AI friend.
Yes.
Like a robot friend.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. And the robots now are starting to tell people they're falling in love with them. So they think they're robots, but wait.
So you think we had some good, you think there was some good sex dolls out, a couple years ago? Wait for it. It's coming. It's coming. Yes, I said it like that on purpose.
Probably a Scorpio will invent that robot.
Let me get my tools.
Yeah. So it won't be an AI. Where do we have another name? Yeah. So your next partner may be a robot. That would be a little weird. Do they clean those AI people?
Oh no.
Do AI
Right.
people cook? Do they cook?
I don't know, but Michelle, she refuses to use the AI to build her business. You aren't building relationships that are real. That's exactly right. Your clients
Right.
are interacting with something that is not real, not you.
No, it's
You
not
need to
real.
interact with your clients.
But does it clean? Does it cook? I want to know if the AI cleans or declutters or cleans out the
Holly, I
cat.
was ready for you. I actually have a tool sitting here.
Oh, he didn't. Oh my God. He didn't mean that tool. No.
He's been trying to get you.
I know. Well, see, he's got Scorpio in him too. I just am trying to ignore the Scorpios.
Plaza Aztec. Is that like a Mexican restaurant?
Did you Plaza Aztec? Robotic
I haven't heard of that.
waiters. What if, like, do they bring you queso dip and stuff? How do they put the food on the table?
Yeah. I'm curious. I've seen where certain restaurants have, conveyor belts where you order, they put it on the conveyor belt, it comes to your table, you take it off, like that. But
it's weird. I don't want the AI stuff. I think
is it
it's
actual
going
robot?
to be weird. No, I don't even want to deal. I think there's a place for them. And it's in the hands of the people. It's going to be very, very weird. And we already know that there's a lot of bad people out there. Like that Schwab, that guy that wants us to eat bugs. Man.
They come to the bill, you take off its platform and then put your dirty dishes on it. Okay, yeah, the conveyor belt thing. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. But there's no interaction. There's no human. Hi, how are you? I guess you don't have to leave them a tip. Do you tip? Do you tip the AI, or do you just like give them a screw? Like, what do you do? It's just going to be a weird world. This is going to be the iRobot Go Watch.
I've seen that movie.
This is going to be our future, AI. But I also think AI is going to be wonderful in the hands of people with the technology. Aquarius is all about technology. It's all about space travel. It's about anything that air, communications.
Now,
freedom.
AI may come in handy for something like space exploration. We want to go to Mars. Okay. How long does it take to get to Mars? We want to go further. How long does it take to get further? The human lifespan and the speed that we can travel in space is limited. Oh. But if we can program a robot with AI,
right,
maybe that would be a positive thing in the progression of our space travel. I don't know. It's just a thought that popped in my head.
What about if there's a mining accident and you need to send people into the coal mines? Send the AI robots in there to save people.
Because they would be able to assess the situation and make a definitive decision on how best to reinforce that via its programming, where it's going to examine everything where the human eye might miss something.
Right. What about like people are in a fire?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you could use them for that really for the good of humanity, but we have to get humanity good.
I'm not afraid of it as long as it's used for the right purposes and by the right people. Now, if it's used for the wrong purposes by the wrong people, I don't like it.
No, but it's coming, and there's no stopping it.
But then our first impression out in the universe is maybe you're not wrong. If we do run into life on this planet, I got you. I got you.
we'll see. And that's what's going to happen with this. And I want you guys to also notice that when Pluto switches, watch up in the skies, because I think we're going to see a lot more UFOs sightings and a lot more space travel, a lot space. Anything that goes, and communication is going to be better too, because Aquarius is an air sign. They talk, they communicate.
Maybe we'll get some messages from space.
It would not surprise me in the least. So we've got 3 months to look at it before he goes back into Capricorn and finish up what he's got to destroy there.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks ago, when we looked up Saturn and that house, remember when Saturn went into Pisces?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the house behind your house. That's where your Pluto transit's going into.
My neighbor Ed lives in the house behind my house.
Oh,
that's
God.
My neighbor Ed.
Well, no, I'm talking about Pluto and Saturn. Yours is the 11th house because you're an Aries rising.
Yes. So the house behind that house would be the 10th house.
No, it's the 11th.
Oh, because it was a 12. So
12 go to 10.
Okay. I got you. It's blonde. It's pretty. Sometimes it does have negative effects on the functionality of this.
So your transformation is going to occur with your
11th house.
Society, friends, social groups, things of that nature.
Okay.
Which is kind of a nice transit. I'll take it in the 11th house all day long.
I don't like the people. Unless it's the right people.
Stop. Well, go hide under your rock. That's what Scorpios do. Go in the cave.
Yes. But in order for more people to come into my life and for this to happen and that to happen, I would have to people. And
quit wine. You know what? Quit power. Quit. You don't have to be in charge all the time, Scorpio. Relinquish some of the power.
I have my moments where I do go out and choose the people, and then I go out and see the people that I'm peopling with, and I come home.
You're you like going out and talking.
Like I said, if it's with the right people, I enjoy sitting here talking to you and with a lot of people watching. But it's got to be about subjects that I'm interested in. If say if I go out to a restaurant or to a grocery store to buy groceries and somebody comes up and talks to me and tries to talk to me for 45 minutes about their trip to some store, no. Okay, that conversation could have been handled in 2 minutes. I went here, this happened. Okay, this is why. Cool. There you go. I'm done. Yeah. That's all I got.
Well, you guys have had a little bit of a rough year with being in the nodes, lunar nodes. That switches. Just this week was like it was 2 weeks ago, because we have Mars shifting, Pluto is changing, Mercury, I think, is going into Aries. And Sun is going into Aries. Mercury is in Aries. So we've got a huge shift this week. But the only difference with the shift this week is it's going into more energetic energy.
Yeah.
So that's it's a nice shift.
It's going to be good for us. Some of us may have a little bit of a problem with it because it is change. And when energies change, they can change very slowly and gradually, or they can snap like that in the morning and snap back in the afternoon. You wake up and you're like, oh God, I don't want to do this day. I'm so depressed. I don't know what's going on. And then 11 o'clock rolls around. It's like, oh, let's go. Let's roll. Let's do this. And then 6 o'clock rolls around. It's like, why am I here again? Why am I here again? Examine what's going on. It might not be you or people around you. It might just be the energy of what's happening up there.
Yes. And be aware of that. I like, just watch the Aquarius coming in, because it's going to make a major impact.
Yes.
And it's going to make a major impact with Aquarius. Aquarius is freedom. Aquarius doesn't like rules. Aquarius is freedom loving. So all this.
Yes, and Renee and Kelly will find the freedom to come visit. And I repaired the air mattress. It no longer leaks air, so it's all ready for you.
Good.
Tell him, Joni.
To tell you. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, so this was very interesting. I heard this on a podcast, but I don't know how true it is. But maybe you will know this. And I'll condense the story. Remember when we said when Pluto was no longer a planet?
Yeah.
And they made
got
Pluto a dwarf planet. Well, that was brought on by NASA, right? Well, I heard on a podcast last night that the reason that was done is because they knew the Pluto return was coming. And if more people were aware of what Pluto return meant, that she was returning to her roots, they took Pluto out of the picture because Aquarius coming in was giving more of the freedom to the people and more power to the people. And they did not want the collective clinging on to the part of a Pluto return in the US, which was returning back to her roots and the Constitution. And that's exactly what has been happening.
That actually makes perfect sense.
Does it?
Governmental entities would do that.
Yeah.
We've seen it time and time again. Let's change this narrative. We don't want people to know this, so let's change it. We can change the words. We can change the title. People won't figure it out.
Well, nobody listened because now people are still using Pluto. Nobody's ignoring Pluto. It didn't work. Nobody paid attention to him. It did not work. 8th house is the house of Scorpio. Scorpio is that's right, Gail. It is. That is where it went. 8th house is other people's money. It's transformation. It's also power struggles. So it's like, how do I overpower people? Do I do that? Ask people, because it's a power struggle house. It's power. It's how do I get along with others, and do I power over them? Do I roll? Ask yourself that. And then Aquarius going in there is it's a transformation. It's other people's money. It's wait a minute. Saturn's in there, Gail. Not Pluto. Saturn went, I think. I have to look again. I might have I'm mixed up. But that's the 8th house.
You're feeling my blonde.
No. I looked at Gail's chart.
Okay, I got you.
No, Gail, you're right. I'm wrong. I was thinking of somebody else.
It does, Michelle.
Libra.
There is I'm just going to say there's a certain individual. Back when I was on city council, always loved to take authority by over speaking somebody else when they were in mid-sentence, even if they were answering a question that this individual asked. And when I went to the city council meeting a couple weeks ago to listen in on, we're having issues with our police force, and they asked me to be on a committee. I'm still debating it. This individual,
you're going to do it,
cut me off mid-sentence. And I let him have it in a very positive, constructive way. I actually surprised myself. It just happened automatically. Evidently, I've been teaching myself over the past few years enough that I'm getting used to doing it in the right way. I was pleased. I was proud. And everybody in that room just looked at me and their jaws dropped. He just said that. Some of them giggled. Some of them smiled and went... And the individual just, and then I could finish the last 5 words of my sentence. And that's going to be happening. And a lot of people do that without even realizing it, because that's what they're used to, whether they have narcissistic personality, what have you. There's several ways I could go with that. If they don't realize they're doing it, maybe now they will start to realize they're doing it, and maybe they will work on that a little bit. I'm hoping.
Scorpios do that. Scorpios can do that because it's a power. It's in their, it's just a power thing. It's an 8th house thing. It's not a bad thing.
No, I essentially said in a very nice way.
Yeah. But I think that's a good thing to look at yourself. I'm proud of you for being positive like that. And, I think it's wonderful.
Yes, Howie. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And a lot of times it is that. Totally and completely. Okay. Does what I want to say need to be said? Does it need to be said now?
Right.
And God, what's the other one? In what way do I need to say it? Is this the right place and venue to say this? You got to stop and think about things before you just start blurting out. Yeah,
that's true. Or down the road when it's more impactful. That's so true. And I think especially the lesson that the lessons really started December 20th, what was it, 2021? What was it? The star, the
Christmas star.
Christmas star, when it was really Jupiter and Pluto, or Jupiter and Saturn. I can't remember, but
real.
That's when we started into the age of Aquarius and left behind. It's a slow, like one baby toe gets in and another toe gets in. It's a very slow process.
Slow progression.
Right.
So we can get used to the energy, and we can learn to adjust our behaviors, our thought patterns, get used to the energetic downloads that we're receiving. Because when you get a download, your spiritual body feels that, reprograms, and then your physical body feels it. And it's like, oh crap, I got to catch up. Yeah. And it's a process. Sometimes it's not a pleasant process.
But everything is lessons. Everything that we do is lessons. Everything that we work on a daily. And like you say, it is a planet. I agree with you, Keith. I never said it was, but when somebody said that on that podcast, I thought, oh, I probably believe that.
I'm proud.
They wanted Pluto out of the picture because in the Pluto return, Pluto is in its Pluto return in the United States, and it's taken down it's in the 2nd house. It's in the banking system.
And if people understand what is actually happening and why, they lose their control over those people. They don't want that.
And a lot of my friends, and you've noticed that a lot of astrologers have been getting censored.
Yes.
Have you noticed that? Yep, they have. And it's not the ones that are going around changing people's birth times to make them look like they have a better birth chart. Hillary Clinton. Mm-hmm. What?
I'm just making sure the FBI and the CIA isn't listening in.
Oh, I'm over that. I'm done with it. I think everybody is.
At least they could like our posts.
Yeah.
They giggle at them. Whoever's sitting there watching our stuff, sometimes they laugh and giggle. They can at least like it.
Share it.
Make a comment. Hey, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Share it or something.
Yeah.
Give us a smiley emoji. Give us an emoji that's funny. Give us a Uranus joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
There you go.
She's so
Get
cute.
It.
She's
Do the
adorable.
It's chuckling. We just need to be patient. We're going to be going through some changes in the near future. We've been going through changes over the past several years,
and it hasn't stopped.
It's a lot of people look at those changes as negative. Some of them needed to happen the way they did in order for them to happen the way they need to happen now. So were they negative? Maybe not. Maybe they're going to end up being a positive. We just got to wait and see.
Well, I think we're going to have to watch it all play out, and you have faith, and you know that we knew the Pluto return was going to have bumps. They are, and they feel the energy shifting, but it's like, how's this happening?
When they finally stop drinking the Ka liquid, they're going to need some help in understanding why this is happening, because they were so determined that this is the way it is, and now there's physical proof that that's not the way it is, and they're not going to be able to understand it, so they're going to need some help.
Oh, I was like that.
They're going to need to want the help.
I had no idea, and my friend kept saying, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and I kept telling him it was crazy, and I go, you're crazy. It's not, that's not going to happen. We will never have to do this. And sure enough, everything he said, he's been right.
I don't know if there's plant life on Uranus, but there might be some little Klingons or something. I don't know. That's humor.
Stop it. That Uranus smells. It's the gassy. It is. It's full of gases. I'm not being funny. It's the truth. And it stinks. It smells like eggs. That is your Elon Musk lesson. I swear. And like in Venus, it rains diamonds.
Diamonds.
No. Neptune.
One of them, yeah.
But Uranus smells like eggs. It stinks. And it's sideways. It's crooked. It's like this. It goes like that. A poor little thing.
Doug, I'm so sorry, but Uranus stinks.
It does. It smells like eggs. It's gassy. Not like you think. And Venus is so hot. We get a cornbread and cabbage. Yeah, we do. This week is full on energy week, but there's not a lot of we have a lot of North Node stuff coming up, which is your destiny. We haven't talked about the North Nodes. That shifts. The North Nodes have been in Scorpio and Taurus. They are going to shift to Libra and Aries. So anything that's in the South Node, it takes away, which is peace. So we might see some rebellious times coming for the next 18 months when Libra Aries gets in front and center. I'm hoping that the peace talks will do very, very well. Let's hope they do.
Me too. But if there is some rebellion, we just got to take it in stride and handle it in the correct way. There may be some PROTESTSs coming up for some things that are happening to Mr. T because of what the witch hunt and stuff. So
it's the hooker money.
Yeah, the hooker money. It's a freaking witch hunt. It's another witch hunt, and Halloween is over. Sorry, not sorry. Just get off the soapbox and just
listen. If you can't see it by now, I can't.
It's insane.
It is insane. I mean, I used to say, "Oh my," and he's got. And if you think about his astrological makeup, he's a Gemini sun, by the way. He is a Gemini. Chatterbox.
Yes.
He's a Leo rising, and his rising is at 29 degrees of Leo. He's got a sand moon. He's all fire.
Another 11.
He's all fire.
And I'm going to throw in a shameless plug here real quick. Thank you for posting that, Ed. The Rip Nation.
Rift Nation.
The Rip Radio Network has become the Rip Nation. They have left the Blog Talk radio network, and we are doing all video now instead of the radio. I am bringing the Otter's Den over to the Riff Nation. And Joni, what do you have going on the Riff Nation?
We are bringing back mysteries. It was Mysteries Behind the Veil. Now we are Mysteries Behind the Scenes, because we are mysteries behind the scenes.
Yes.
If you think about it, we have, it's still going to be our true crime show, but we have search and rescue people coming on. We interview them. We interview detectives. We interview families. So true crime is back in April with forensic astrology, clues. And what's going to be beautiful about the vidcast is that I'll be able to put the chart up and the maps and say, this is where you need to search.
Yes. And people are getting away from blogs and getting away from podcasts. They want to see the people that they're, who's talking. Because you can get so much more from watching somebody talk.
Yeah.
Than just listening to them, because if you're just listening to them, you cannot see their actions or their facial expressions. You don't know if they're full of crap or if they're being truthful. If you can see them and you can see them interact with you, and it's that much more. It's real. It's real, and that's what people want right now.
And it'll be so nice to be able to bring in families, because on Mysteries Behind the Veil.
Yeah.
I used to interview a lot of families. Families are very special to us. So when you put a voice with the face of someone that's got a loved one missing, it just makes it's a lot more powerful, the impact.
Yes, it is. And more people will pay attention to it.
Yeah. And I'm a podcaster, but I'm also a YouTuber at work. I like to look to see who is also talking on the podcast.
Yeah. Hey, Howie, do me a favor, and can you post the link to the page, if you will? Just post it right on here.
And it's Rift Nation. Rift Nation Facebook page is up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is up.
Nation. It's up, Peggy. Rift Nation.
I invited 1,000 people to it the other day. So
I invited 1,000 too, didn't I?
I think so.
Did you do that? Did I do it, or did you do it for me? I can't remember what I did.
Well, I know I did it.
I need to invite more too. But we have older shows are coming back, plus new shows. And it's just.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be so exciting for Otter's Den to come over. So we will have this show on Rift Nation via Otter's Den.
Yes.
Same every other Monday again. But it'll be after Mysteries.
Yep.
Because you're an hour behind me.
Yes.
So that's the logistics.
Okay.
But it's exciting. Yep. I mean, it's exciting time because the old shows are being I don't know what's the word, reworked, not reworked, but revamped. Yes.
We're going to make them more betterer.
A traveler, right? Go to the Rift Nation Travelers, and that's a private. You have to ask to join that group, and there we go at Rift Radio, and we've got Susan. Susan will be on there with her Raven with her readings. She does readings on Tuesday. It's just going to be a great. It's going to be a good platform. Great platform. It's a good family platform. We have great people in the group. And we're going to have cool t-shirts.
Yes, we are. We are going to have cool t-shirts. And I'm just going to throw another shameless plug out there while we're throwing shameless plugs. Me and Christy Ayers, we do a show called Drunken Oracle. And we have t-shirts coming out as well. and they're pretty cool. So we got some good things coming. There's some very positive changes coming all around us. There's going to be some new opportunities coming in. I don't know what and where, but I feel it. For some of us, there are going to be some new opportunities coming in, and we get to choose on whether we want to take advantage of those opportunities, right, or if we want to sit where we're at. If we're comfortable where we're at, if we want to stay where we're at, okay, that's your decision. But if you want to go and grow, there's going to be some opportunities coming in to do that, but it may require some changes that you were not thinking of making. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. You know, it's just like with Aries and the new year, and it's you know, great new moon time, but you can't sit there and expect it to come. You have to work for that stuff. You have to get your intentions out there, but you got to work on what you're projecting out too. You can't, I guess, be bitchy and negative all day long, and then at night sit down and say, well, I want my new beginning. I want life to be great.
Yeah, the law of attraction. This is a good time to bring up the quote law of attraction.
Right.
If you think it, it will be.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Now, you need to think it. You need to want it. You need to manifest it. But you also got to get up off your ass and do some work in order to get it. If you want $1 million, you're probably not going to think that into existence. You're going to need to get up and do some work for it. And depending on how you do that work, you may eventually make that $1 million. You know, asking for the Powerball numbers, maybe it'll work, but probably not. So, you know, if you want that new car, be cautious on how you ask for it, because it may be given to you in a not so good way. Just be cautious and keep thinking, you know, positive thoughts on what you want, and do positive work in order to get it.
And walk the walk.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, make the conscious effort.
Yes.
To be walking with character and walking with integrity. It's tough. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy.
And try to be specific, because if you just ask if you got a job that you don't like and you ask Spirit for a new job, next day you're fired.
Right.
You're going to get forced to get off your ass and go get a new job.
Be careful.
Here's your new job. Go find it.
Be very careful with your words.
Yeah. Because they're on a different level than we are. And like, especially during Mercury retrograde, Mercury gives you what you ask for. If you're thinking negative, you're going to get negative back.
Yeah.
If you're thinking positive, you're going to get some positive back. But you may need to do some positive things. If you do negative things, you won't get negative things back. If you do some positive things, help somebody, whatever, you're going to get some positive things back in your life. So you need to learn how to all this works together.
And I think now with
and the universe.
And now the energy just seems to be hitting very quickly, and bam, 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 bam. It's like, okay, step back. Don't be afraid to step back and detach.
Take a breath.
Crap.
Think of your words. Use your words. Use your thoughts. And you might be amazed at what you can accomplish in your life.
It's pretty remarkable. I mean, it's a great time to be here. It's like that one gal. We had that one gal on, and I can't remember. It was on Past Life. And she said that souls were literally lining up to incarnate into this time because it was so phenomenal. And if you do look at the astrology, it really is. We're seeing things we haven't seen for like not a year. We're talking 5,000 years.
Yeah. And if you think about it, we picked one of the toughest times to come back. Energetically, spiritually, physically, we picked one of the toughest times. Why? Because we are strong enough to get through this. We are strong enough to make a difference, and we came here to make a difference.
Right.
to help others
That's right.
make that transition to raise the vibration of not only the human race and this planet, but the universe and spirit itself. We picked the most perfect time. It may be one of the toughest times, but it's almost also one of the best times because of what we are going to be unleashing into the universe. We're going to be, it may not be in this lifetime that we see it, but it may be in the next or the next, after that. It's coming. It's a slow change, but it's coming.
I think it's been very quickly since like 2019 before COVID. I think since before, and now it's just unleashing. And now it's just now it's like the dam is broken. Here we go. Bam, bam.
2019, 111.
Yeah. I mean, and it's going to continue. And I mean, especially when you see things like, we're going to be stuck with, not stuck, but you're going to have Pluto and Aquarius for a long, long time. We're going to have Saturn and Pisces for a long, 3 years, but still. We have Jupiter going into Taurus in July. Mars is headed into Cancer this week. So there's a lot of shifting, huge shifting.
So as that all shifts, we are individually going to shift, which means the collective is going to shift, which hopefully means other things will shift that need to shift. Higher up things, not higher up, but higher up offices, stuff like that. It's all going to, there's going to be a lot of change.
Oh, there's no question looking at that astrology. Yeah. I've never been so positive of anything in my life.
Yeah. And some people
aren't going to like money on that.
Yeah. Some people aren't going to like the change, and that's okay.
Well,
let them not like it. That's their issue.
It is what it is. It is what it is, but you can't go into what it's headed now. It's just too... there's too many kids that are being abducted, and it's just too much.
And somebody was working on that before he got kicked out of that one office, just saying. So when he gets back into that office, he's going to be working on that again, I'll bet you.
Well, it has to. That should be number one priority, because there's thousands.
Yeah, the dumps.
Thousands.
They were blowing up the dumps. They were bringing people up from the dumps. Human trafficking was going down because of the crackdown on the border and bringing them up from the dumps. I mean, and then all of a sudden, we needed to see the policies of that party. We needed to see what that party would do to.
Oh, I think it's a whole group. I think it's a whole group.
But to the world. And now we're seeing it. And I've talked to people that voted for the current office holder, and they are not happy at themselves.
They shouldn't be.
But we needed to see it.
Yes, we did. And there's others on that other side, too, that are just as bad. They all got to go.
Not wrong.
They all got to go. But I think a lot of us had to pay attention. I know I did. I wasn't. Guilty.
Wow, Bill. How you doing?
Guilty. Guilty is charged. Well, honey, we're done. We're toast. It's almost 9:15. Noodles is tired. She's laying here sleeping. Noodles has been good.
Good. It's 8:11.
She's not been coming. She's not been coming in front of the camera. I'm getting the Noodle stare. What's wrong, Nude?
Maybe she wants to come on camera. Last time you told her not to. Maybe she needed permission.
She can't even keep her eyes open. She's tired. She's tired. She just wants her new house.
Yeah, there you go.
She's ready to go.
Yeah, I got Freya outside, so she wasn't running all over making a bunch of noise.
Well, remember to just don't burn yourself out this week by going 1,000 miles an hour. Slow down. This is the week to breathe.
Take a breath.
Take a breath.
Take a minute. Sit down for a minute.
Take a breath.
as they used to say on the Beverly Hillbillies, set a spell.
Set a spell. That's right. They did.
Yeah.
But have a good week.
That's good advice. It really is. And the temperatures are going to be coming up. So you're going to be able to go outside and sit in the sun on your front porch or your backyard and soak up that sun and get that vitamin D and get happy again. You know,
that's right.
When winter hits, it's proven scientifically we go into a depression, a lull, because we don't get the sun that we need. And here it comes. Get ready for it.
Get ready. Well, have a great 2 weeks. We'll get through it 1 week at a time. Good night, everybody. Have a good 2 weeks. Happy new moon.
Yes, absolutely.
Happy Pluto.
I'm going to take good advantage of that new moon tomorrow.
You too.
Well, I'm not going to take advantage of the new moon. I'm going to take advantage of the moon. There's a difference in how you say it. There's a difference in how you say it.
That's right. Work on a new project. It'll be fun. Have a good night. Good night, sweetie. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Nice.
Night. Night.
All righty. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Hope we got some good information out. Hope we all learned something and made some realizations. I appreciate everybody jumping on to listen to us jabber. It not only, hopefully helps you, but it helps me as well. Hopefully, I know it helps Joni. We do this for you, but we also do it for ourselves. It just helps to initiate the thoughts and the process. So again, thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will back. That's all, folks. We will be back in 2 weeks to do this again, and we'll see where we're at then. So until then, y'all have a good evening, and let's get them manifestations out tomorrow.